All right, let's get into it because the entire world of professional wrestling is absolutely buzzing right now. It really feels like we're on the brink of a major shift, doesn't it? We've got huge names on the move, massive rumors swirling around, and it's all happening just days before one of the biggest events of the year. So let's break down what's really going on.
I mean, think about it. We're talking about major international stars becoming free agents, huge spoilers already leaking from the Royal Rumble, and one of the biggest contract mysteries we've seen in a long time. Seriously, what an incredible time to be a wrestling fan.
So, to make sense of all this chaos, we're going to dive deep into the latest intelligence report from luchaclick.com. They've done the legwork, they've gathered all the key details from across the wrestling world, and we're about to break it all down for you. Okay, first up, let's talk about the free agency frenzy. This is the story that could have the biggest long-term impact, for sure. The decisions of just a couple of top talents in the next few weeks could completely redefine the biggest promotions out there.
And folks, the first big domino has already fallen. People are calling this the evil shockwave. We've got confirmation from both the Wrestling Observer and Fightful Select that Takaaki Watanabe, who you know as Evil, is leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling at the end of the month. Wow. So the million-dollar question is, where is he headed? Well, all signs point to him moving to the United States, and it looks very likely that he is WWE bound. Sources are indicating that AEW is not really in the running for the leader of the House of Torture, which would make this a massive get for WWE's international recruitment and, let's be honest, a significant blow to New Japan.
And then you have the great unknown, Chris Jericho. You guys, this situation is just getting stranger and stranger. Fightful Select has noted that while his AEW deal reportedly expired late last year, he is still listed on the company's official roster page. What does that even mean? It's a very confusing signal.
So you see, we've got two totally different situations here. With Evil, it seems pretty much like a done deal, right? He's on his way out of NJPW, but with Jericho, it's all just speculation. You have WWE sources saying there are no creative plans for him, but then you see these little social media hints from people like Adam Pearce that suggest otherwise. So what is it? A classic wrestling swerve? A deliberate misdirection? Or is he just still undecided?
Now, let's shift gears. We gotta talk about the Royal Rumble. We are so close to the event, and as always, spoilers are starting to trickle out of Riyadh, giving us a little sneak peek at some potential surprises. Triple H promised a star-studded Rumble, and it looks like he's delivering. LuchaClick's report confirms Tiffany Stratton is backstage, set for her return from injury. And get this, Nikki Bella was reportedly spotted on a flight to Riyadh. The Women's Rumble is looking absolutely stacked. And here is some great news for a legend. After that really scary moment on Monday Night Raw, there was a lot of concern for Rey Mysterio. But the LuchaClick report citing Dave Meltzer says the injury is not serious. Rey is already in Riyadh hanging out with Penta and Dragon Lee, and while he's not officially cleared just yet, there's a ton of optimism internally that he'll be good to go for the Rumble match. That's fantastic. And look, these shifts aren't just happening in WWE and AEW. The entire global wrestling scene is in motion. We've got major developments coming out of both Lucha Libre and Japan this week. Down in Mexico, big news. Penta has announced the return of the legendary Rey de Reyes tournament. The prize for winning, a shot at the AAA Mega Championship, which, as you know, is currently held by Dominic Mysterio. You see where this is going, right? A potential clash with one of his father's closest friends. Oh, and also, the trio of Mason Madden, Mansoor, and Johnny TV, they're about to make their debut in CMLL. And over in Japan, Stardom just saw a huge, and I mean violent, return. After being away since Wrestle Kingdom, Saya Kamitani, the Golden Phoenix, made a surprise appearance at the New Year's Stars event, and she laid out Starlight Kid, declaring that her paid leave is over. She is officially back, and her next big match is already on the books. Okay, and finally, let's round this all out with some quick-fire headlines from AEW and TNA, just so you have the full picture of everything that's been happening this week. All right, let's go. In AEW, Kazuchika Okada is set to defend his international title against Adam Priest. Over in TNA, Bear Bronson has officially inked a full-time deal and joined the faction known as The System. And, this one's interesting, there are rumors of a major collaboration between AEW and Adult Swim, so you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. So that brings us to the big question as we head into this massive weekend. With Evil seemingly WWE bound and Chris Jericho's status a complete and total mystery, which of these two potential free agents would make the bigger splash if they showed up as a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble? It's a fascinating question, and honestly, it could define the entire road to WrestleMania.